Attention Browns fans! Stop everything you are doing because we have a massive update that could completely alter the future of our franchise. Just released in breaking news right now from the heart of the front office. Welcome back to the channel, the #1 spot for everything Cleveland Browns. Before we dive into this bombshell, do me a huge favor. Comment your name and what city you are watching from right now. I want to give you guys a massive shout out in our very next video to show some love to the best fan base in the NFL. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because you do not want to miss any of the breaking news we have coming your way this offseason. Now, let's get into the heart of the matter because the Dawg Pound is absolutely buzzing right now, and not necessarily for the reasons you might hope. We are talking about the 2026 NFL Draft, and unfortunately, Browns fans are being forced to hear the two words that usually make our skin crawl. Trade back. I know, we all want that shiny new superstar at the top of the draft, but General Manager Andrew Berry seems to have other plans. It started back at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, where Berry first floated the idea that the Browns were open to offers to move back from the #6 overall pick. Some fans thought it was just smokescreen season, but then he doubled down on those exact remarks at the annual league meeting in Arizona. This isn't just talk anymore, folks. This is a strategy. When you have heavy hitters like ESPN's Adam Schefter and The Athletic's Dane Brugler both reporting that the Browns are actively listening to offers about trading out of that #6 spot, you have to take it seriously. These guys don't just throw things at the wall to see what sticks. They have the inside scoop. The word on the street is that the Browns are already engaged in conversations, though a final decision to bail out of the #6 pick likely won't happen until the Browns are officially on the clock. It's all about the value, and Andrew Berry is the king of playing the board to maximize every single asset this team has. Let's look at the landscape here. Why would the Browns want to move back when they have a chance to grab a blue-chip prospect in the top 10? It comes down to the vision for the future. Last year, Berry showed us his playbook when he traded back 3 spots with the Jacksonville Jaguars. In return, he didn't just get a different position in the draft. He secured a future first-round pick and then some. That is the kind of move that keeps a championship window open for a long time. Now, looking at the 2026 draft, there are some very interesting partners on the phone. While the Dallas Cowboys are always a team to watch since they hold both the #12 and #20 picks, the real team to keep your eye on is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are currently sitting at #9 overall, and they are hungry. It's a bit of an anomaly to see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs picking in the top 10. But remember, the only reason they are there is because Mahomes dealt with that injury last season. They aren't a bad team. They are a great team that had a bad break. Because they already have their franchise quarterback locked up, they are in a unique position to be aggressive. They might be looking at the Browns' #6 spot as the perfect place to jump up and grab a defensive game changer. Think about players like Caleb Downs or Reuben Bain Jr. If the Chiefs feel like one of those guys is the missing piece to another Super Bowl run, they might be willing to pay a king's ransom to move up those 3 spots. And here is where it gets really interesting for us in Cleveland. There are rumors that Jeremiah Love could be available around that 6th pick. Imagine the Chiefs moving up to pair a talent like that with Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. It's a scary thought for the rest of the league, but for the Browns, it's an opportunity to extract massive value. If Andrew Berry can convince the Chiefs to part with a 2027 first-round pick just to move up 3 spots, he has to pull the trigger. Even if that is the only extra thing we get back, you take that deal every single time. Why is a 2027 first-rounder so valuable? Because the 2027 draft class is already being hyped as one of the most loaded quarterback classes we have seen in a long, long time. We all know the situation in Cleveland. We have talent everywhere, but the long-term answer under center is still the biggest question mark hanging over this city. By accumulating extra first-round capital for 2027, Andrew Berry is giving himself the ammunition to move up and grab a franchise savior if he needs to. It's about playing the long game. It's about building a roster that doesn't just compete for 1 year, but stays relevant for a decade. Now, let's talk about the contingency plan, because you know the Eagles never do anything without a backup plan already in motion. Despite the public statements from Howie Roseman claiming that A.J. Brown is still an Eagle, the actions of the front office this offseason tell a completely different story. They have been operating as if A.J. Brown is already gone. Think about the moves they've made. They went out and secured Hollywood Brown in free agency. They brought in Elijah Moore. They even made a move for Dontavian Wicks to bolster the depth at the wide receiver position. These aren't just depth moves. These are foundational shifts. The Eagles are pivoting. They are preparing to transition the entire passing game to center around Devonta Smith as the clear-cut WR1. We all know what Devonta is capable of. He is the Slim Reaper, a technician with some of the best hands in the business. By moving Brown, the Eagles are essentially clearing the way for Smith to take that final step into superstardom as the undisputed focal point of the air attack. But they aren't done yet. The word around the league is that Philadelphia is laser-focused on the wide receiver position in the upcoming draft. They aren't just looking for bodies. They are looking for a true A.J. Brown replacement to groom on day 1 or day 2. With 4 of the first 98 picks in this draft, including a first, a second, and 2/3, the Eagles have the ammunition to move around and grab exactly who they want. They want to replicate the lost production of Brown through a combination of veteran savvy from guys like Hollywood Brown and Elijah Moore and the fresh, explosive talent of a high-round rookie. It's about building a more balanced, perhaps less volatile, receiving course that fits the evolving vision of this offense. If the Browns do decide to dance with the Chiefs and move down to number 9, the talent available there is still incredible. We are talking about guys who can change the complexion of our team on day 1. Think about Arizona State's Jordan Tyson. He is an absolute burner who could stretch the field and give our offense the vertical threat it has been missing. Or look at the offensive line guys like Alabama's Caden Proctor or Utah's Spencer Fano. Protecting the quarterback is always a priority, and getting a cornerstone tackle at number 9, while also pocketing an extra first-round pick for next year, is the definition of a masterclass in management. By moving back, you also take the immediate, crushing pressure off that rookie. If you pick someone at number 6, they are expected to be a Pro Bowler by week 4. If you move back, gather more assets, and pick at 9 and 24, you are building depth. With that 24th pick, the Browns could address any remaining holes. Maybe they go for a defensive star to add even more teeth to Jim Schwartz's unit. Our defense is already rated at the top of the league, but you can never have enough pass rushers or lockdown corners in today's NFL. I know it's hard for us as fans to be patient. We've been through the lean years. We've seen the jerseys with the long list of names. We want to win, and we want to win right now. But Andrew Berry isn't just looking at the next 16 games. He's looking at the next 60. He's focused on long-term roster building, and that often requires making moves that aren't flashy on draft night, but pay off huge down the road. Expect a few left turns during this draft. The Browns front office doesn't follow the conventional wisdom. They follow the data and the value. If the value says move back, they are going to move back. Think about the flexibility an extra 2027 pick gives this team. If our current quarterback situation stabilizes, and we look like true Super Bowl contenders, that pick becomes a trade chip to bring in a veteran superstar at the trade deadline. If we need to reboot at the quarterback position, we have the picks to go get our guy. It's a win-win scenario, even if it means we don't get the sexy. Pick at number 6 this April. The strategy is clear. Insulate the roster with young, cheap talent, and keep the cupboard full of high-value draft picks. As we get closer to the draft, the tension is only going to rise. Every time Schefter tweets, Browns fans are going to hold their breath. Is it a trade? Is it a player visit? The fact that the Browns are already listening to offers tells you everything you need to know about how they value this specific draft class versus the potential of the next one. They see an opportunity to exploit the desperation of teams like the Chiefs or the Cowboys, and they are going to take them for everything they can get. We have to trust the process, even when the process tells us to wait. This team is closer than it has been in decades. The defense is elite. The coaching staff is settled. And the culture in the building has completely changed. If moving back from 6 to 9 means we get a future star and the keys to the 2027 draft, then trade back might not be such a bad phrase after all. It's all about the bigger picture. We aren't just looking for a player. We are looking for a dynasty. And dynasties are built on the kind of savvy, forward-thinking moves that Andrew Berry is famous for. So, Dawg Pound, brace yourselves. It's going to be a wild ride on draft night. The phone lines in the war room are going to be burning up, and Andrew Berry is going to be sitting there with a smirk on his face, waiting for the perfect deal to cross his desk. Whether we stay at 6 and take a titan of the game, or move back and secure our future, one thing is certain. The Cleveland Browns are the talk of the NFL right now. We are no longer the team everyone overlooks. We are the team everyone is trying to trade with because we hold the cards. I want to hear from you guys because this is a polarizing topic. I know some of you want that elite playmaker at number 6, and you don't want to hear about 2027. Others might see the brilliance in Barry's plan to stockpile picks. So, here is the big question for today's video. If you were the general manager, would you stay at number 6 and take a guaranteed star like Caleb Downs, or would you pull the trigger on a trade with the Chiefs to get an extra first-round pick in 2027? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading through them and responding to as many as I can. Don't forget to like this video if you want the Browns to dominate this draft, and subscribe for more exclusive Cleveland Browns content. Go Browns!